Niners! Gotta do it like you mean it. Feels good. Because you know what? We ain't gonna lose no game this weekend. We got to. We ain't gonna get no W either. You know, at least ain't gonna be no L. Fam, how you doing tonight? Weekend time and take a break time. Healing up, getting better, coming back strong. Niners aren't done yet, fam. They're not. And contrary to what it looks like, you know, that's what we do. We jump to conclusions just like any other fan base. You see a lose here, you see a lose there. But one thing can be taken as something as a good sign, even though it's still an L, is the 49ers haven't gotten beaten up by anybody yet. And have been in every game we lost. This kind of reminds us of 2018, doesn't it? But nah, we're not going back there. The Niners find themselves, in 2017 we were losing those games and then winning them. 2018 until JG rolled in and all of a sudden we started winning. But anyway, the Niners find themselves in a precarious situation this week. 6. They were picked by many NFL analysts to win the NFC West. And a lot of them, when they were speaking about the 49ers being a winner of the NFC West, looked like they were talking about domination. 49ers are currently sitting in the West basement as the season approaches the first third of the season, with key injuries continuing to flare up. In the back of our minds, we were entertaining the thought that we would go the entire season without being hurt. But of course, here we are, reality shakes in, and here we go, guys dropping like flies. But you know what? You look around the league, and other teams are enduring the same misery. So it's really not something you can fall back on and use for an excuse any further. And in the NFL, that's what it's all about. It's a game of attrition. Whoever gets to the finish line with the most bodies is most likely going to win. Well, that doesn't include Jacksonville, but most teams are pretty good nowadays, and if you get there with all your people, you're probably going to be a winner. Meanwhile, John Lynch is feeling pretty strong about the team coming back strong after the break. So tonight we'll go to the phones for your current state of mind regarding the United's chances to rebound back into the competition and into contention with 12 games remaining in the 2021. See, that's a lot of games. That is a lot of games. Anything can happen. I still feel strongly about it. I still feel the 49ers are suddenly going to right the ship and start sailing smooth. I really do. And the news... We're always going to react this way because the Cards made a significant trade picking up Pro Bowl tight end Zach Ertz. Just 5 days after losing starter Max Williams' injury. Max Williams is not an all-pro tight end. Did they get better? You're damn right they did. This is what bothers me so much. The Cards sent cornerback Tate Gowan and a fifth-round draft pick to the Eagles in exchange for Ertz. Williams was carted off the field after a tackle from me-man Mosley, who said, man, don't be coming in here like coming in my house with that. Bam! Ertz now likely will serve as the Cardinals starting tight end as Arizona. Fam, they're serious. And I told you, I love telling you, I told you, look out for the Cards. They're still stacking talent. Everywhere you look, they got a Pro Bowler. So they're serious. And maybe they're getting even, you know how the Rams every year, Rams had this dude, they had that dude, they had this dude. We said, John, somebody wake John up. See, we wonder why we didn't get some of these people, right? So now we got to deal with him. Just one more thing for Kyler Murray, who, by the way, you saw Murray said, 49ers front attack is one that he fears the most in the NFL. See? There you go. Yeah, he's going to fear him worse than that next time we see him. Ertz won't be eligible to play for the Cards this Sunday against the Browns. There you go. Are you a Browns fan this weekend? Yeah, you know you are. But should be familiar enough with the playbook when the Niners take on AZ for the second time this season, coming up on November the 7th at Levi's. Got to get a win in Levi's. That's got to be the one. It's time to stop losing. We got to start winning before then, too, though. We got to beat Indy. Niners started out 2-0, but have since lost 3 consecutive games. As you painfully know, no one inside the organization is panicking, and neither should we, fam. You know, it's too early. Now, if we was in week 8 and we was like, 6-10 2-6, okay, but we need to calm it down a little bit. I think we still, because everybody's not doing great. I mean, you got the Cards who probably coming down this weekend because they got people on the COVID list that they probably should have on the field. And the Browns are tough, and a good defense and a front tack like we got, similar. And, they got a good, boy, I tell you what, that's going to be the game to watch this weekend. I ought to cover it. No, I don't. I'm going to take it this week off. Focus remains on one game at a time in the organization. That means looking toward the Indianapolis Colts, of course, not backwards at the Packers, Seahawks, and Cardinals. At 2-3, yes, the Niners are now sitting in last place in NFC West. So, but if you need a confidence boost, fam, and believe in GM John Lynch, he is confident right now and feels that he and Coach Shanahan have built a roster that can rebound. Niners are in their bye week, as you know, and they will be jumping back into the fight next week with 12 games left to show what they're exactly made of, what they stand for. And finally, 49ers, you got to define yourself, man. Nobody knows who you are right now. You guys are out there playing some kind of shaky ball, but, it's not working offensively. Defenses pretty much identified themselves. They are going to be dangerous. Good. Okay. So when you got half the engine running, you can get the other half. If we can just get the other half running, I think we'll be fine. Lynch told NBC Sports Bay Area this week, quote, "I'm fully confident the pieces are in place to turn things around because of the people in our room and the character of the people in our room because of the people we have in leadership positions." In fact, I want you to identify who's he talking about when he says leadership positions? Who is that? He goes on to say, "I don't think when you say what needs to take place, I think in a hurry we've got to find out who we are as a team," unquote. And that's pretty much the question on all of our minds. Who are the 49ers right now? Defensively, we know who that monster is. Offensively, nobody knows who they are. The Niners have lost each of the past 3 games by 7 or fewer points. Each game was winnable. But the team failed to capitalize on several opportunities. Lynch continued saying, quote, "Not that we have been making excuses, but there are no excuses. We've got to find a way to win football games. And when you have Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers down with 37 seconds left, find a way to close it out. Find a way not to start in a 17-0 hole, such that we were in that position in the first place." And while the Niners defense did an impressive job of slowing the high-powered Cards offense last week, the team at this hour have just 2 takeaways on the entire season. Did you realize that? I hadn't even thought about that. I think somebody mentioned that the other day. It's such a surreal stat. It went right here, right past the earlobe a little bit, but didn't go. I got rid of that, man. I'm not going to think about that. 1 INT. And Dre Greenlaw left with that weeks ago. Haven't had one since. And 1 fumble recovery. Who was that? I don't even remember. Only the winless Jags have fewer than 1. You add that fact to the Niners having given the football away 7 times, giving them a turnover differential of -5, should I say. That math says either stop it, or continue to struggle. By comparison, the Buffalo Bills lead the league with 15 takeaways and a turnover differential of +11. Well, yeah. That's the kind of football that brings praises into the conversation, along with Super Bowl possibilities. That's the kind of football, as I say, the 49ers got to get to that. Lynch added, quote, "Our defense is playing really good football, but find a way when the ball is in the air, take it away." And those are the things that translate to wins and losses. I think as we start to do those things, we'll get a little momentum going. And it needs to start when we get back off this bye with the Indianapolis Colts, unquote. Oh, no, I'm sorry. He goes on to say, and I have full confidence that it will, unquote. Fam, get to the phone right now real quick. I want to know what your feelings are. Is this 49er team, have you given up? Do you believe in the red and gold? Are you remaining faithful? Are we going to continue to win? Are we going to start losing? Or do you think it's over and the rebuild is on? Oh, God. Let's go to the phone right now. It's getting Marion in it. Marion. Come on in, Marion.
What's up, bud? How you doing?
Man, I'm trying to get up out the dirt, man. I hate feeling bad, misery and suffering. Even I could just have like got ran over by a car. I would still get up, get a stick, and walk down the street, find the nearest jogging track, and start to get a few laps in. You gotta get over it. Pain and suffering. Don't let it dwell in your mind, Marion. Where you at with this?
I just like the way you so optimistic, man.
I
You
gotta
really
stop, man.
believe,
I
and
love this
I
team.
can appreciate that. You know,
God.
you hold on to hope.
Yep.
You know, but like I say, next Sunday is literally. How should I put this?
Yeah.
It's
You're right.
desperation time.
I agree.
It's kind of like the game 3 of the game 4 NBA Finals, and you're down 0-3. You know what I mean? It's just that bad. Because if we lose this game against the Colts,
that's bad.
Which we have lost the last 9 out of 10 in Santa Clara. Let's not forget that. If we lose this game against the Colts at home, okay, which if we remember, I believe it was last year where Carson Wentz came in Santa Clara, and it was one of those fucking, I mean to say the L, I meant to say funky games. And what happened? It's just, he found a way. As a matter of fact, Carson Wentz is 2-0 against us, if I'm not mistaken. So it's a game that we have to win. If we don't win that game, the next 3 games after that is hell. Chicago, got to play the Rams, got to play Arizona. So if we lose, I'm projecting us to be 2-7 when they come to Jacksonville. And that's when I'm going to give Kyle Shanahan an earful. And I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to record it, and I'm going to send you the video. And that's going to be that.
God. We'll put it up. We'll play it, too.
Yeah.
Here's Marion said, boom, go to vid. Yeah.
Him and John Lynch going to get their full out of me. You know what I mean? I ain't going to hold back. I'm going to find a hotel that they're going to be at, and I'm going to give them a full. And that could be that.
Man,
that way,
honestly, we haven't gotten to next week's game yet, but do the Colts look like they should have won that game? I mean, I understand who they was playing. They should have won that game. I don't think they're in a position to be a badass right now. Wentz is good, but I don't see him beating up our defense, number one.
But when you don't have an identity on offense, that caused a lot of red flags. Yeah. We don't have that. We don't know if we're gonna run the ball. We have not been consistent in anything on offense all season long. Defense has really surprised me, honestly, with the D'Amico Ryan. After the shellacking against Green Bay with Dante Adams, but Devontae Adams. But outside of that, we don't have no identity. And if we can't find identity on offense, it's going to be hard to beat teams. Because this is the NFL. No matter how bad a team may be, they can always get lucky. Hell, we might get lucky against Arizona or the Rams. Who knows? But we have to have identity, and we don't have that.
Yeah. It's and you know what? It starts with the run game. If we ain't running, Marion, it's clear to me now. If we ain't running, we do not have an identity. You gotta run. Everything Shanahan does, it's like that seed. Nothing's gonna grow from that offense. And we got one. We got a runner now, Elijah Mitchell. If we can keep him upright, he provides. He can run the zone stretch. He can get you those 5 or 6 yards per pop. I really wish if Wilson Jr. was back, him and Elijah would be money. But we got him coming back at the end of the month. And if we could just stay above water, we're back. I believe we're back.
It all started that Sunday. Just be real. They need to be in practice right now.
Their vacation.
What time is it?
I think the NFL
They need
players
right now. 8:28. They need to be doing film right now because that's how bad it is. So it is what it is, man. We'll see.
I agree.
We'll see.
All right, man. Well, this time I'm not going to ask you about the score because are we going to win this weekend?
We'll probably. You know what?
Yeah.
This is gonna happen. It's gonna be 4-1, and we're gonna go for it.
Yeah.
Yeah. and
and
we're
lose
going to
in the
run a
bye week.
quarterback draw and not get it. We're going to lose by 17-16.
I'm gonna tell you what. I'm gonna take this weekend. This Sunday, I'm gonna take it. But I'm gonna tell you what. I'm gonna be back Monday Night Raw. We can start talking about next week's game. All right, man. Appreciate you, fam. You know this. Let me see you
right,
then.
Man.
All right.
See you Monday.
We're looking forward. And William Roberts, I'm with you. I can't. I'm gonna watch the Rams again this weekend because the way the Cardinals beat them up, that told me, okay, I think they're not as tough as I thought they might be. Dr. Papa Dragon! Papa, get in here.
What's going on, Ronbo?
Papa, man, we're sitting here thinking about, I tell you, John Lynch is trying to tell him, look, y'all need to calm down. He didn't go as far as Aaron Rodgers was relax. But, he feels like they got a chance to get things going. Kyle Shanahan, who never is anything beyond, just slightly above stoic, is echoing those same sentiments. But, Pop, what are your thoughts?
Well, I mean, of course they got a chance to do that, but they really have to start playing better football on the offensive side of the ball. Too many offensive mistakes on the offensive line. Way too many penalties, false steps, whiffs. They got some personnel issues blowing up in their face right now. Personnel decisions. They have personnel decisions looming. Debo's in a contract year. Kittle makes $5 million this year. Next year he makes $16 million.
Nick
So
Bosa,
that basically
you don't
means
wait till his contract expires. Yeah.
Yeah, and Nick Bosa's coming up. So I mean, what you have right now really is going to be probably the end of the Super Bowl team that we had in 2019. So yeah, you are definitely looking at a rebuild. The real question is when do you want to start that rebuild? Based on what I've seen and on the film and the tape, obviously Jimmy G has he's hit his ceiling. He just has. He's just not getting any better. Trey Lance has got a high floor, but he's still very, very green, very raw. So I think that, Kyle Shanahan's going to stick with his plan. Is my belief he's going to stick with his plan. Although I do believe he's being tugged and pulled a little bit towards Trey Lance. So, and even if he gives Jimmy G the ball back, which is, I honestly think it's 60-40. I do think that Trey Lance is being thought about. No matter what happens, Jimmy G is going to probably wind up injured again because our offensive line cannot play ball. I don't know why they're so not focused. I don't know why I know why they're not focused. I know why they're making mistakes. I know why people like Q6 is making mistakes because of the damn coaching. So the coaching's got to improve on the offensive side of the ball. So obviously, this is not the time to press the panic button. These guys do have a winnable schedule throughout, and they just have to take it one game at a time. People need to stop thinking about 2019 revenge tours and stuff like that. You don't think that way. You think the next game. Do you ever listen to Bill Belichick? Do you ever hear him say, "Oh, we're going for a 3-peat or a 5-peat or we're going for number 6"? He never says that. He's like on in Cincinnati. That's just a level of focus that the 49ers need to try to get. But as far as like Shanahan going anywhere, I seriously doubt it. He's got 5 years left on his contract. Jed likes Shanahan. Shanahan is a good coach. And I think that Jed's probably, if I'm Jed, I'm thinking I don't want to mess up a good culture, and I don't want to mess up um, the house that has been rebuilt by going through another change and another revamping and trying to bring somebody else in here to. Are they going to take Lance? Are they not going to keep Lance? You know what I mean? It's just going to be so much stuff. Then you don't have your number one picks. Only scenario I see possibly happening is Shanahan gets traded. I can see that happening. I do think there will be some firings at the end of this year, but I honestly don't think I don't think it should be Lynch, and I think that it shouldn't be Shanahan. But I could see them making some moves at some of the position level coaches, especially offensive line coach, because those boys are not playing well at all.
Doc,
So,
you're saying this in the event that the 49ers end up losing all season, I guess? Because if they don't end up losing, they're probably not going to make a lot of changes in the coaching staff, I would think.
well, I mean, honestly, I still think it's possible. And the reason why I say that it's possible is that when you look at the tape, the offensive line issues I'm seeing are really, really bad. I mean, they're real bad. I mean, they're so bad right now that you can call Legentia a bust. I mean, I could see Brunskill getting cut and no one picking him up off waivers. I can see the center retiring and no one caring. So I'm just saying it's been that bad that at the end of I mean a coaching change could happen in the season. I'm just saying. So you know
Pop,
whatever's
you got
going
all
on
kind
there.
of bad things coming up. Okay.
No,
You
but
know,
but but
it's
I'm saying
easy.
some bad things. But let me be
You know, I see
positive
where you're
here.
going from what you're
Yeah,
saying with the offensive line and stuff.
yeah.
I could see where you're seeing doom and gloom, but you know that's not a guarantee. And
No,
I think the
it's
coaching
not.
staff is
It's
aware
not a
of it.
guarantee. But
Yeah.
let me be positive here for a second. Mistakes are correctable. These boys can play football. When you miss a block or when you block the wrong person, okay, that's fixable. It is. You can fix
Mm,
that. Oh, you blocked the
yeah.
wrong guy. We can fix that. Oh, you misstepped. We can fix that. There's things that can be fixed, but it has to be as a unit. They have got to get their crap together.
Yeah.
They do that, and I believe they can do that. I think that they'll be fine. But the biggest loss that we had this year was Moser. That was the biggest loss we have, and I really
Yeah.
think that it's they
This
got to do a better
team,
job with the they got to do a
you got
better
to
job
run.
with the personnel too. They have to run Trey Sherman. He is the back that they should be leaning on. I know everyone's saying,
Mm,
Mitchell this, Mitchell that, and I get that. They like Mitchell because he kind of gives them what Mostert has. He's like a poor
yeah.
man's
Mm,
Raheem. But the reality is that you really want to get your 4 yards of carry hard up the middle. Don't make the blocking complicated. Just trap blocking, hit the gut, follow the best blocking fullback in football. Just
yeah.
follow them. Just
You know what?
just just keep it simple.
They're not going to give up on Sermon, but Kyle, you can see he's impatient. He doesn't have time for. You can see in his eyes he doesn't have time for development. You either know what you're doing or do it now, or I
And
gotta I
that's
gotta
it. And
go.
that's important. You're right, though.
Yeah,
You're right. He's got to get more
yeah,
patience and trust his players more because he's got to play
yeah,
rookies. He doesn't have a
yeah,
choice.
yeah. That's
He
why
doesn't have
Mitchell's
a
going to
choice.
continue to be his lead back. Bob, we're going to go though, and I'll tell you what,
Yep.
we're gonna watch the games on Sunday and laugh. Hopefully the Rams. And you know who? I ain't even worried about the Hawks. They're in deep trouble. So I tell you what, Bob, let me see you Monday for Raw. Okay.
Arizona's in a little trouble too because
I know it. That's why
we
I
beat
say
up
that's
little
the game
Kyler
to
Murray.
watch. Yeah. Ooh, that's the game to watch.
That
All
is
right,
game.
fam.
Shout out to production guys. Hit
Hey,
like. We'll talk to
thanks,
you
Bob.
later.
Always a pleasure to hear from you. Wouldn't be right without you. All right, Bob. Have a great night, fam. Ellis.
What's up, Ronbo?
All right, Ellis, man. I don't. You know what? I love football. I don't want to sit here and be too depressed about the situation as it is. I think we've been here before. I don't know. We've not been here. No, we haven't been here in a long time. Last year we knew after about 5 weeks, damn, we in trouble. But this year, they can right this ship. It's just something wrong right now, and it might be fixable. Ellis, what do you think? Are you done?
Hell to the no.
Mm-hmm. That's what I'm talking about.
Hell to the no. I'm not done. We are not done.
Mm.
Thankfully, it's we're only 5 games on our way to 6 games in, and there's no reason to close the door yet. Only thing I would say, Rombo, is we have to come back from this bye week
Smoking.
the playing, looking, exuding the energy that we possess on all cylinders. And I'm mainly, disappointed as we all are in the offense. I know before the season started, it was a thing where I talked about personally the what ifs when it came to D'Amico Ryans maybe not living up to the Robert Saleh name or what have you. And straight out the gate, if we want to talk, introductory, he's coaching better than Robert Saleh did his first year as a 49er coach, a defensive coordinator. Can we agree?
Oh, absolutely. I was just going to wait till you finish. But I certainly agree because he looks good right now, and all of a sudden the defense looks tougher than they did at the beginning of the season too.
Yeah, and so and that's no knock to Robert Saleh. I actually was concerned, and I was thinking, well, the offense is going to be firing on all the cylinders, because of the confidence that we have in Kyle and our player personnel and everything like that. But we haven't been seeing that, Ronbo. We've been seeing it in spurts. Debo's been playing his ass off. Thank God for Elijah Mitchell. Outside of that, we haven't seen what we need to out of. You were just talking about Trey Sermon. We need, to see a little bit more out of Brandon Ayuk. Brandon Ayuk has the talent. I think he just needs to get the looks. There's probably plenty of plays where he's in where our QBs are just not looking at him, and so he's not getting the ball. And if you don't see him and he's not making a play, it's out of sight, out of mind, which amounts to basically Brandon Ayuk's not really doing shit. Well, he could have been wide open. There was probably plenty of opportunities he could have had and some big plays we could have had, but nobody's looking at him because it's the George Kittle, Debo Samuel, let's try to get the hell away from the defense so we don't get sacked regimen. You know what I mean?
Ellis, I forgot to bring up just a minute ago though. Brandon Ayuk put on a little extra weight and muscle. It may have. He's gaining 1 yard less of separation this year than he did last year. And I think that was a stat that I didn't even know about. You look down through stats. So when you're looking at options, you probably see Ayuk, but you see Debo's got better separation. You got somebody else has got better separation. So you're going to take the safest throw. So Brandon, I'm thinking y'all need to stop him from lifting, okay, and let's get him back down to play it, fighting weight. That might be part of it, or he's going to adjust to it at some point. But go ahead.
Yeah, yeah, that makes sense. I can only agree with that because that's logical and that's factual. So hopefully that's not really the issue, but he's coming off that injury. I don't know if there's anything lingering if he's pushing himself. I mean, look at Jalen Hurd. He came in those last, 1 or 2 games for the preseason or that last game for the preseason. He was playing hurt. And then we haven't seen him all damn year long. Mm-hmm. So, Kyle could have had, Simba. We could have had, Shepley. We could have had anybody else instead of Jalen Hurd. Mm-hmm. I wouldn't have even cared what we end up losing. He would have been on another team sitting on the roster, on the IR, or he would have been at home sitting on the couch.
Ellis, he would have been fine. It's about Levi's. I still think that sometimes. He probably would have been another team, would have never got hurt, would have been fine. It's something about Levi's. Samuel Beacom never got hurt when he's in L.A. He's in L.A. Every time you see the report, he's on that list. How in the hell does that? That is frightening.
Yeah. So, I'm not ready to close the door on us yet, Ronbo, but we need to come back. We need to, the Colts are going to have a nice boost of energy. Their defense is nice. They got that nice rookie running back over there, Jonathan Taylor. He's looking good. Yes. Carson's still trying to do his thing. Yeah, that boy looks good, man. I'm not playing. They looked good against the Ravens, and they almost pulled it out, So we got to be ready for that. It's not going to be a cakewalk. Will we play the Bears after that? That'll be a nice matchup. But I think we should walk through to both of them, boost our confidence up, get that 4-3, get that nice, good 4-3 going. And then look into the next week and just kind of repeat the process. We need to, I'll be at that next Cardinals game when we're at home. So, right. we got to get it in gear, man. But we're gonna be good. We just have to. The offense has to meet the defensive intensity now. Just like in the past year, the defense has been saving us. We don't want to burn our guys out. We're overworking them, and they're becoming frustrated. And we don't want to lose the momentum in the fight in these guys, to where it becomes like the offense ain't shit and the defense were the reasons why. We want them to be equal, and we want to keep the guys on both ends motivated to say, I put faith, I trust in my offense, I know they're going to get it done, just like the offense undoubtedly knows that the defense is going to get the job done. Mm. We got to be on an equal playing field here. So
it's past time. Absolutely, I fully agree.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Stop starting off.
Thank you, Brother Ronbo, for the platform.
Thank you, Ellis.
Yeah, I ain't trying to hold you.
All right. How's the squad? They sleep or they off somewhere? What's going on?
No squad today, man. I'm going to go check out that new Halloween Kills movie tonight. So I got a nice little,
yes,
dinner and a movie night going on, and get some entertainment. I get my son in the morning. We're gonna get some practice in. I'm training with him, getting him ready. He's he's gonna be 8 this year, so I'm trying to get him ready now, get it in his system. We got to ball out, get those mechanics together.
There you go. All right, fam.
Yes, sir. All of that. Got the weight vest cracking. We getting it in.
All right. That's serious.
Yes, sir, Brother Ronbo. Thank you, family. I appreciate you and the platform, man. Thank you to production. Shout out to Niner Faithful, all the good guys in there, man. And, you other teams, you Detroit fans and the Jets fans, y'all got heart, man. I'll give it to you. Y'all got some heart and some nerve. But peace and love.
Thank you,
I'm gonna keep it PG tonight. Peace, family.
Right,
thank you.
Have a good night, Ellis. All right, enjoy that movie. Oh God, yeah. When you're a Jets fan and some of these other teams, you gotta have heart, or else you bail. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Eric.
No, what's up, Ronbo?
Eric, man, we're looking for those who have given up on the season versus those who have. Eric, what side of the fence are you on? And explain why you're on that side of the fence. What's up, man? You giving up on the season? Are we getting ready to get crazy? What do you think?
No, I don't believe the season is over. But what I did do is I dropped expectations, and it's honestly one of the reasons that I really love the Cardinals game. I went into that game not expecting much, and honestly, I got way more than I actually expected. The defense outperformed. I literally told you that the key to winning the game was going to be a statement game by the defense. And I'm sorry, but that was a statement game by the defense. And D'Amico Ryans easily put himself up for a head coaching job either this year or next year.
Don't start it because we can't lose him. No.
I know that is pretty scary. Well, I don't think he'll go now because I think teams would want to give him an extra year just to see. But
season,
like I said, that was going to have to happen, and it did. So my expectation right there was succeeded. I really think that he outperformed what I actually expected. But no, I have not given up on the season. But what I have given up on is this old regime. I don't see any point anymore in going back to Jimmy Garoppolo. I think the only reason he would be out there is because he's making that much money, and you don't want it on the bench. I don't see Jimmy Garoppolo sitting on the bench for that much money for no reason. But at the same time, I'm honestly just don't care because $80 million was on the bench last season, or not even on the bench at home. So it's just one of those things where like,
booth.
Yeah, exactly. It's just one of those things where I could care less now. Honestly, I care more about Lance's development than Jimmy Garoppolo's contract. I just think that, and for me, I heard Papa Dragon say that he believes that if we're going to enter a rebuild or some sort of that, I don't think it's going to be a rebuild. I think it's more like of a reload. This team still has the pieces to be a Super Bowl contender, and all they need is to add a little bit more to it. And with Jimmy Garoppolo most likely gone this offseason, that money is going to go back into the salary cap, hopefully to re-sign guys like Debo. But just adding a couple more players, because obviously we don't have any first-round picks to reload through the draft. So we're going to have to reload through free agency. And I can honestly see, obviously, quarterbacks played better in their second year. So I'm not expecting, like an MVP season from Lance, but they typically play better in their second season. So I would not be surprised if Lance's coming out party is next season, which is exactly why I think he should just start this season, because there's no point in delaying his development anymore if Jimmy Garoppolo is going to be gone, and there's no point in trying to return this old regime that, let's be honest, through when Jimmy Garoppolo was here, we were 2-2. It's not like we were blowing out, anybody. We could have easily lost to the Lions, but although I don't think we would have lost to the Lions, but we could have lost to them. We could have lost to the Eagles. We were about to get blown out until, I think they called a flag on one of the receivers. But it could also go the other way around. We could have easily been, undefeated. But at the same time, I just don't see any point in Jimmy Garoppolo returning.
Yeah, no, you stated that before, and understood. Well, we're going to see. Maybe Lance does end up taking over the whole season at some point. I think, in fact, if the 49ers lose The next two games, it'll be Lance time because Kyle's gonna go with the guy that's won all. Kyle's won with Jimmy the biggest percentage of the time, right? So naturally, he's gonna think that there's gonna be a wake and crawl back into this, right? Lance, for all intents and purposes, he's got some things he's got to work on. Some of them are going to take a while, and he's going to have to figure them out in practice because being late on throws is something you can't really work out in the game. That can only decline and get worse because the Cardinals' defense, while it's good, it's not as good as some other defenses. So if those windows are opening and closing really quickly for him now, that's something Kyle's going to have to work on him with. I don't know how they go about doing that in practice but we'll see. Otherwise, because his running is going to get him killed. Because when he can't get that ball out quickly and the window closes, he bolts. That's risky. It puts him up for a possibility to get hurt. So he's still got some things. But you know what? Everybody knows he's raw. So, that's going to be the name of the game for him. So let's get him unraw.
Exactly. And go ahead.
Well, let's get him unraw as fast as we can and get him ready to go without ruining his mentality. So,
yeah, in my view on these next two games, which are winnable games, whatever the quarterback is in. But the thing for me is, if Jimmy plays, it's because we were better than those two teams. But if Lance, I believe that if Lance plays, we won those games because we improved. Because if Jimmy goes out there, it's going to be the same team. We saw through the first 4 weeks. But if Lance goes out there, it shows development and it shows improvement with this team. And I think that's a really big factor because those two defenses they're legit. The Colts have a legit defense, although their secondary is banged up. They have a pretty good defense, and so does the Bears. So if Lance goes out there and wins those games and he proves that he can be the starter the rest of the season, that's improvement. But if I see Jimmy Garoppolo go out there, it's going to be the same thing. He could have easily beat them because they're the better team. And that's just the way I see those two games, which is why I think Lance should be starting the rest of the way.
That's a good observation. Let's see what develops going forward. All right. Good stuff, Eric. All right. I'll see you Monday night. No game day Sunday, but I'll see you Monday night.
Yeah, Ronbo.
All right.
I'll catch you later.
Hell.
Jersey, what you do? Jersey's probably feeding the baby and the nipple broke off the bottle and now there's milk everywhere. Hey, are those little guys, they're still on the bottle, I think. Yeah.
Nah, well, yeah, they are. But yeah, they're already throwing balls and running around and all that.
Running into the stereo at 100 miles an hour. So you say, guys, come on. Look, how about, let's go to bed. Is it time to go to bed? You guys hungry? Let's sit down. Especially if you got twins. JJ, man, you got to be on your toes.
Yeah. Well, we might as well put them in uniform, put them on the field, since everyone thinks a rookie's going to win a Super Bowl this year.
We got it. Well, hope springs eternal. But JJ, I mean, are you still believing, or have you? Nah, I know you still believe. JJ, tell us reasons why.
Hell no, I don't believe. We're done, Ronbo. I'm probably going to be the first one tonight to say it, but when I knew we were done?
What?
January of 2019.
Yeah.
If we were as stellar as we were in 2013 and as stellar as we were in 2019, and we get cheated both Super Bowls, and we're going to go this year with a rookie, y'all nuts.
God. I know, right? I mean,
There's no way. I mean, at this point, if we ever do get back to the Super Bowl, we have to blow out that team. Like, whoever it is we play, it has to be a flat out, like, Niners, Broncos, Super Bowl. Like, blowout.
I was thinking about that when you said that, too. Yeah. Oh, man. Tell you.
Nah, I'm sorry, Ron, but I'm looking the way it is. Is like, I like what I saw with Lance, but yeah, like the last caller said, he is very, very raw. But I don't know. I'm hoping he doesn't turn out like Cap as far as just running to run and get hurt. I hope that he turns out to be like Russell Wilson. Running just to throw
Mahomes.
And then know how to work it in. Is intelligence. Yeah. Well, no, I still got to give it to Russell because the dude is intelligent. That's what wins games with him is intelligence. Running just to run, it's very reckless.
Yeah.
That's
that's because his option blew up on him, and then he took off. Because I thought that was also people think that was a design runs. No, you need to look at the film breakdowns. All of those were not design runs. They were because the window shut on him, and he had to go. That's his thing. He's got to work on that. See it, stay there, don't move, fire. He'll get that. That just takes time.
I think he will. It's just that's the only reason why I say I'm kind of done with this season, because if everyone's going to hate on Jimmy regardless, I mean, there's no way he's going to go completely win 13 straight games after, or was it 12 games from now on?
12.
He's not going to do it.
Nah.
Some people are always looking for excuses to get mad at him. And now with Lance, then the excuses changes. Oh, well, he's a rookie. You know what?
Yeah.
So it sucks, Ronbo, but yeah, it's
That's
done.
True, though. That's absolutely true.
It's just fun
if
to
Lance
watch
goes in and
point.
fails, it'll be acceptable. If Jimmy continues to fail, that will meet a lot of rage, and we're seeing it. We're seeing the drawback because everybody's going after Shanahan. The only reason they go after Jimmy last week because he wasn't in the game. These are things that winning will only. It's just the only cure, JJ. That's it. You got to win.
Yeah. At this point, like if they want to go with Lance, which I really don't think Shanahan wants to. You can see it with him. Like, he never wanted to. But if he does continue on at this point, I mean, it's fine. Let him develop. But it's like, I forgot what I was going to say. But, I don't know. Just he continues on like this, gets a little bit better. I think if they simplify the playbook just a little bit more, like if you saw the first drive against Arizona, he was moving the ball.
Yeah.
Looked pretty good, very accurate. I mean, even the one he overthrew in the interception would have been.
He saw the play.
Pass.
Yeah.
Calm it down. Yeah, calm it down. Take the velocity off a little bit. You got the first down. Just continue doing this. I see the potential. It's just,
it's just a work in progress.
Nah.
Yeah. He'll get it.
So
it'll take a minute
I hate what they're doing
after a year of no football and then only 1 year in college. So he looks good for where he's coming from, his age. So you can see the potential is there. But like you're saying, we don't want him to go the cap route where panic, I can run. No. You got to get this down. That's why Kyle's working so hard to keep him in the pocket. And that's why he worked so hard in preseason. No running. No running. Just get rid of the ball. And that's where he's at now. He'll get it.
Yeah, so at this point, I really don't know what I want because I want Garoppolo being there just for the chance to win is up there a little more. But at the same time with Lance, it's like, if he's definitely gone, you need Lance to get his reps.
Yeah. It's a rock and a hard place right now. Because if Jimmy starts winning, we'll have seen Lance for the last time during a game. Because I got a feeling if they win next week, and you'll see less and less, like we saw in the first two games, you saw Lance coming in for plays, and then finally no more Lance because he wanted Jimmy to get into a rhythm, right? And that's natural on Shanahan's part. And then we lost. And then we lost again. And then Lance starts and we lose again. So, Kyle's face when he patted Lance on the chest after he failed in that touchdown, you could see, okay, we'll get that fixed. So.
Yeah, but me, Ronbo, like I said, I'm very consistent. Like I said, it's like Jimmy won the first two games the way he did. They weren't really exciting. It's just if you can't blow them out at the beginning, like it's a bad start. It's already look what they did to us in the last two Super Bowls. I mean, you got to be beyond.
You got to be dominant, not just pull a win out by the skin on the hair and chinny chin chin. Yeah, I agree.
And like that first caller said, it's like it's got to be firing on both sides of the ball. And right now, only the defense is humming right now.
Oh, and humming nice.
So
we got to get it. Don't make them work too hard. Have some shame offense. All right, JJ. All right, JJ, we don't talk often. JJ's usually busy. He just honks his horn and going through. I'll see you Monday night if you got time.
All right, bud.
Do it. Night,
Have a good one, man.
You too. Hey, Robert.
Ronbo. What's going on, Ronbo?
Oh, Robert, man, we're sitting here reflecting, man. We're looking at this team, and we're at the bye week, so it leaves you alone with your own thoughts. We're trying to figure out what are these guys going to do next. Have they got this figured out yet? And Kyle and John, they're as confident as ever. So, what are you thinking? You believe in them?
Because, the faithful. No doubt about it. actually, if you go back and look at film, all 22, like most of the 3 games that we lost in a row, like they were closer to being won than lost because there was just a lot of bad penalties. If we can clean up a lot of penalties and things like that, we can, with some of the negative missed throws, we can deal with some of that. Yeah. And the growing pains with, I'm almost at the verge of going with Trey because I still see us, being able to pull out wins with Trey. If we clean up the penalties, we need vets to start playing like vets. I think, in my opinion, I think Jimmy Ward needs to take control of the whole team because he has an attitude about himself like of winning, and he's cleaned up a lot of his issues, his penalties, and things like that. And I don't know, it's like we have concentration issues. It's a lot of tic-tac little stuff that's really hurt the team.
Well, the PIs, we do get them at exactly the right time. But something else, we're not taking the ball away. The turnover ratio plays a bigger part in games than we even think about, I think, most of the time.
How many turnovers we got this year? One, two?
Two. We got 1 fumble, 1 INT. 1. Yeah. 5 weeks in, that's all we got.
That's what we need. We do need some turnovers. We need some turnovers.
We got to,
and the offense got to produce.
Yeah, they do.
The offense has to produce. That's just a fact. George Kittle needs to. It's time for him to step up because he ain't far off from Jimmy.
Yeah, they spend a lot of time missing games, but the offensive game plan. It's amazing how much the run means. Nobody knew how important Mostert was, I guess, until now.
Wasn't he the X factor? Wasn't he the X factor? We didn't realize how important he was.
Because if the 49ers run, they can do anything they want to do on offense.
Right. I'm kind of torn. Is it the game plan or is it execution?
Execution. It's always execution. You can have a bad game plan, but if you're executing on all the bad plays that you're calling, you're gonna win because it's always that versus the other team. How well are they executing as a defense, shutting them down? Yeah.
Yeah, because we can't. Cal getting a lot of flack, but he's had some questionable calls, but we got to get to if we execute then we can talk about. Yeah. The play calling, but we ain't executing at all.
We leave so many plays on the table. Yeah, it's just really, blown opportunities right and left. This has to stop. You can't win like that, and we're proving that. Even as bad as we play, barely losing.
Right. You would think that Jimmy having so much on the line this year would take control of the team and. Make everybody rally around, but it's like he just, I don't know. He's like he got a blank slate.
Yeah. As I say, you look at the running game. Also, Trey Sermon is, I don't know. He's not a dynamic runner either. He's a tough guy, but he's not making those. You don't see. Have we had a big run from him this year? We had one when he got knocked almost completely out against the Eagles. That was good. That was explosive. He got picked up 10 yards on that shot. That one run he had against the Cardinals, not bad. We need more of that. And then Elijah Mitchell could compliment him because Mitchell, that dude.
We get Hasty back. We get Hasty back. Hopefully, Hasty will be back. And that'll add something to the locker room.
Yeah. Into the run game.
When do you think we're going to see Jill? When do you think we're going to see Jill about what? You think we're
end of this month? No. Is it maybe it's I hope it's not the end. I think it's the end of next month, not this month. This month is almost over. Yeah, it's the end of next month. Hasty will be back in 2 weeks. After the bye week or 1 week after. I think.
Right. Yeah.
Because he was hot before he left. He was really getting hot. Yeah. But again, another running back that gets hurt. He got hurt last year a couple of times. One took him all the way out. Here he is this year. Running backs get hurt in Kyle Shanahan's system. I'm not sure what that's about. But I think a lot of running backs get hurt.
I don't even see a point of making a trade. I don't even see who would we going for a big piece at the trade deadline. I don't even see a point.
Yeah, I don't know who
they gotta stop playing that.
Yeah, and they can. I don't think the 49ers got a lot of room for improvement. I think they can look better than they're looking right now. They really do, especially offensively.
I just hope they can flip a switch.
Yeah. Because it's time. It's dark in this room. Turn that light on.
Yeah. They need to flip the switch for real. It's kind of looking, Yeah. I ain't giving up on the season yet because it's a long season left.
Yeah.
And if we get into the postseason, it's a whole new season.
Because they can peak around. Because the 49ers can start getting the momentum going, peak around week 10, 11, semi-peak hopefully, and keep gaining. Because a lot of these teams that are doing well right now, they may hit a peak early and start to decline. A lot of teams come out of the gate every year slow, and then all of a sudden they pick it up.
They hit a brick wall.
Yeah. So that could be the Niners.
The Cardinals being one of them.
No, they did this last year. Everybody forgot. Cardinals came out smoking last year, as a matter of fact. Beat us to start the season, and went on and went on. And then the next time we seen the Cardinals, we damn near killed Kyle Murray, and they started to decline from that point on. So, we'll wait.
We're going to see. Yeah. But, yeah, I just wanted to go and just vent with the Empire, because this one ain't looking too well.
Nah. And we got a week to think about it, which is not good. Robert, tell you what I'm going to do, though.
Right.
I'll be looking for you Monday night, all right?
All right.
All right, fam. Have a great night.
All right, you too. Keep
thanks,
it safe.
fam. You know I will. All right. And let us go to the place everybody wants to be. Blue Hawaii. Tony!
Aloha, Ronbo. Happy Aloha Friday. How you feeling today?
Aloha. Feeling like I need to get people to stop it. But I got a lot of people down in the mouth. I'm asking everybody, so are you feeling all right about your Niners? Really driving me nuts. But Tony, I know you, man. You and I, there's some DNA similarities. Tony, what are you thinking?
It ain't over until the season's over, Ronbo.
You go.
There's plenty of games left to be played. This roster is still pretty good. The defense is playing pretty darn well, considering we don't have Jason Verrett or Dre Greenlaw.
I know,
all
right?
in all,
Yes.
I really still like our chances, at least of making the playoffs. I'll tell you, one of the nice things, well, not nice things, the best thing about being in the position that we are in is that we're under no more illusions that we might be a Super Bowl team. And that's not to say we can't go to this Super Bowl, but it's just that we had our expectations completely out of whack because of, all the various reasons, all the rhetoric out of the building, all the way that us fans talk up the team. And just the fact that we were looking at that roster, hearing how great the defensive line was and saying to ourselves, hey, maybe it is possible this is such a stellar defense combined with, for the first time, a healthy offense that we could actually make some waves. Well, injuries happen. And we are now looking at a 2-3. There is the thing that worries me most, though, is that the locker room dynamic and all those things that we've been hearing about there. But all things considered, this team can rally, and I'd rather be the team that gets hot in week 10 than be the team that gets hot in week 2. So, and looking at this roster, I absolutely think that this roster can be that team that gets hot towards the end of the season and ends up having a really strong showing. Just because I don't think we've really figured out what the strength of the offense is. And once Kyle can figure that out and get everybody on the same page, we get George Kittle back, we get Jeff Wilson Jr. back, maybe Brandon Ayuk creeps his way out of that doghouse, maybe the offensive line finds some cohesion. All in all, I am feeling not great, but I am feeling solid about this team's chances of at least making the postseason.
Yes.
It is an uphill battle because we have lost to the Seahawks and now to the Cardinals. But at the same time, the Rams, to me, look very, very beatable. And the Seahawks now considering that they've lost Chris
beatable.
Carson now for are extremely beatable.
Detroit versus everybody.
Oh yeah, and Detroit was certainly beatable in Week 1. But all in all,
good timing, Tony.
All in all. No,
but if we can still split with those clubs, if we can split with the Cardinals and split with the Hawks, we're back in the saddle again. We got to beat the Rams. You're right.
Yep, and look at it this way too. With the Cardinals, our defense held them under 30 points for the first time all year. We were a few busted plays away from actually winning that thing. Like, for instance, there's that play that where the juice check quarterback sneak play. Well, a lot of analysts have gone back over that footage. It should have been a toss to Trey Lance, and he would have shown that big play speed you were talking about a couple of callers ago, and would have run into the end zone right there. Any sort of momentum shift like that would have made that game completely winnable for us. I hate to be the team that's always like talking, woulda, coulda, shoulda, and we shouldn't be that way. But we need to put it together. The team just needs to put it together, and they can. This early bye is a good thing. We're going to get a little bit healthier coming out of the bye, and going forward, the defense I think is still going to play well, and I cannot wait to beat the Rams. That is my thought.
I really feel too, because like I said, we played the Cardinals tough. The Rams want nothing more to do with the Cardinals. I think that's that's a testament to what's possible here. So the Rams aren't nearly as tough as I thought they were, and I'm delighted to see that. And we'll see what happens.
That offensive line is suspect. Matt Stafford is a stick figure back there. He can't run. Yeah. He's not Trey Lance. He's not Kyler Murray.
Yeah.
So our defensive line is going to wreak havoc on that Rams offensive line. And honestly, I know they're going to try to get him out with quick passes, but you know what? Matt Stafford is not Aaron Rodgers. No. Matt Stafford is Matt Stafford. And so long as we have Bosa and D Ford, I think there's going to be a reckoning coming when we play up against Los Angeles. But we still got to come out of this bye.
Guess who's coming back next week? Also, the guy that Cooper Kupp would just as soon, as well as Tyler Lockett, just as soon not be bothered with, K'Wan Williams returns just in time. See, those guys know there's no field day when K'Wan's playing. I love it.
Yep. That's only going to make the defense play better. And I've been impressed with D'Amico Ryan since week 2. So all in all, Ronbo, any given Sunday, any team can win. And we just got to string together a few Sundays. I am not giving up on this team, Ronbo, and no 49er fan should give up on this team at this point in the season. It's tough, but no one should be giving up now.
Way too early. If you're gonna start bailing now, then do you really enjoy football? Don't come in hating the game. Don't hate the player, hate the game. Just leave it alone. Why put yourself through that kind of anxiety? So yeah, let's get this.
Exactly. Well, one last thought, Ronbo. One last thought. Okay. Right. So, given where we are right now at 2-3, if this team does rally and if this team does make a playoff push, we are going to see some excellent high-stakes football from the San Francisco 49ers coming down the stretch, because we're going to need to string together a bunch of wins to be able to earn a wild card spot. I think just given the way that the record is looking for us right now. But I cannot wait for December. So long as they stay competitive, this team can come together, and the pressure cooker of the season can bring the best out of this team. So I, for one, am excited for the future of this team.
There you go. Look at you, Tony. I knew you'd come in here with that kind of vibe. Let me see. We'll just watch the games, and I'll see you Monday night on Raw. All right?
Sounds great, Ronbo. Aloha.
Aloha, Tony. Hold on. And this Key-Rod says, thanks, Ronbo, for all the content and entertainment we need, Kyle, to get use. All his plays in the book 5 years and counting. See, because the thing is, we've been to the promised land. And then all of a sudden we came back down here where we at now. It's really kind of last year's journey into the misery. And the pit of misery, we're still trying to get out. We got out for a few minutes, at the expense of Detroit. Detroit against everybody. And of course, you got past the Eagles. And by the way, the Eagles are not a bad team. I told you they weren't a bad team. People think, man, we just got barely beat the Eagles. Man, the Eagles, Tom Brady is glad he left with a win on that one. Hey, Santana!
Hey,
Hey, Ronbo, how I get in the chat, Ronbo? It's my first time calling.
This is not Santana. Is that Santana? No.
No, Rumble. What's up, man?
Okay. Yeah, get in the chat.
Hey, you want to take? Hey, Rumble, you want to take him since it's his first time? I'm cool with that.
Okay. Well, because the chat. Yeah, you know what? You should just.
This is my first time calling. I just pushed start twice. I just want to say one thing, Ronbo. You can hear me? Oh, I think I got cut off.
All right, Santana, you know what? We're going to take this in order. If you want to get in the chat, it should be just flying up on your, right there on your computer. Right.
As I'm calling on my phone, I'm sorry.
Okay. All right. So, I don't know. Yeah, all right. Santana, go ahead, because we're trying to keep the order. Go ahead, fam.
What's up, man? How you doing, Ronbo?
Santana, man, I'm still positive, man. I have not given up on this season, although I know that, I look at John Lynch and I says, you know what? Lynch ain't giving up on this season. Man, I ain't giving up on this season either. I wasn't going to anyway. I keep thinking that if we could heal up and get some key guys back, we'll be all right, I need Dre Greenlaw. I need Jeffrey Wilson Jr. I need George Kittle. I need K1. But you know what? Santana, this is how we roll. Even when they come back, somebody else is going to go down. We just got to figure out how to work with this. I mean, Santana, have you given up? What are you thinking?
I mean, I haven't given up. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, at the same time, it's looking tough. I feel like the quarterback situation is a mess. I think our players are not, in the offense at least, are not in sync with each other. And I believe because there's no real decision in the quarterback, maybe the room could be split up into maybe people believe in Jimmy and then other ones believe it's time to move on from Jimmy. You know what I'm saying? That might be why the offense is not in sync. The defense is. I think they're just clicking on all levels. And, it's hard, moving forward, man. These like, we thought the Lions was going to be easy. The Lions almost came back and beat us. We thought the Eagles was going to be an easy game, and we saw how that was, So I'm not counting out the Colts.
I just want to say, though, about that Detroit, we just beat the hell out of them. The only reason they got back into that game is because clowning in the last minutes of the fourth quarter. I think that's being seen. People are revising that.
It's
I mean, how many times is George Kittle going to have the ball bounce off his face? How many times is Debo going to be that deep downfield and have the ball pulled out of his head? No. I don't know if they played that. Detroit didn't look that good.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Anything can happen. Even if the Colts look bad or the Chicago look bad, anything can happen.
They still have a chance because we screw up.
Yeah. So I'm not counting those guys out. I think they're both tough matchups. You know what I'm saying? We saw what the Colts did to the Ravens, and I don't know how they lost that game, but they did.
Yeah.
But I mean, they can put up points. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, and like I said, we go with Jimmy and we go against the Colts. We need to score. We cannot go 3 and out. Back to back or whatever it is. We can't. We need to put up points on the board, and so that could be a bit. That could be key to winning games for sure, definitely. But if we go out slow like we did against Seattle, I mean, any of these teams can beat us, Ronbo, the Colts, the Bears, So, I mean, our defense is good. It's going to keep us in the game. They're going to keep us in the game, but, like I said, if we don't come out firing and scoring, it's going to keep the games closer than we want them to,
It seems to be a trend now. So, I'm seeing a lot of games. You look at Thursday night football. You look at last week's games. A lot of teams are going. Even Baltimore and Indy.
The Colts.
I mean, they're going like all the way into the second quarter, and there's no scoring. So it's about execution. Whenever you get into the groove, whoever gets in the groove first, apparently, because defenses ain't no joke this year. It's not easy. No. But it'd be nice to go in there and think you can just go out and then dominate immediately, just beat a team up. But I'm seeing this a lot now. Teams not scoring in the first quarter until they can figure out how to get going. So it is part of it though. Execution's key.
Yeah, but what, Rumble? I have hope we can make
playoffs, but it's looking real tough, man. To be honest, I don't believe we can. Like I said, we need to make a decision in quarterback and stick with it. And like I said, we go with Jimmy, man. I feel like the NFL has a blueprint on Jimmy and how to beat him and how make it hard on him. And if we go with Trey Lance, we don't know what we have in him yet. He looks good, he has flashes, but like I said, we just don't know. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I say it's tough to look at playoffs right now. And I'm not giving up. I have hope that we can get it together. The offense can get it together. But like I said, it's tough just because like I said, Jimmy G. I feel like the NFL has a blueprint on him, and then we got Trey Lance. That I want him to start, but it's a rookie year. It could be tough too. He can make plays here and there, but so that's what I'm saying. It's tough, but hopefully we can make playoffs. But we'll see, Ronbo. We'll see, man.
It's going to take a group
you
effort.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's going to be more than one player. You can't. One guy's not going to carry. Not in Kyle Shanahan's offense. It's a moving thing that everybody's got to do their part. But we're going to see. Because Kyle knows.
What do you think? You think honestly, with everything that's going on right now, you really think we can make playoffs, or even wild card?
Yeah, but you know why I say that? Because what I never do is overrate other teams. I don't see, because look what they did to the Cardinals. They should have won that game.
Yeah, we should have
Look what
won
they did
that
against Green Bay. Should have won that game. And the Hawks.
Yep.
I mean, Jimmy came out in the first quarter 6 for 6, couldn't miss a thing, right? And all of a sudden, here comes fate. Kerry Hyder, the guy we didn't sign, falls on his leg, takes out his calf. He continues to try to play. He should have came out. He can't play. He can't drive off his leg. He's throwing ducks. We lose. These things of fate have to stop, because I think he was getting ready to have one of his better games. So if he's healthy, no matter what the league has on Jimmy, it's all about execution. They can have all the book they want. If the 49ers execute, like Kyle Shanahan says, it's more about us than it is them. So we're going to see.
We'll see, Ronbo. Yeah, you're right, though. You made me feel a little better.
Yeah, you got to keep your head up on
man,
these.
Ronbo.
It's too early in the season, Santana. We can't give up yet.
I know, but I feel like there's no direction in the offense, man. We don't know what we want.
Let's give him a chance.
Or Trey Lance. Yeah, we'll see, man. Yeah, that's true. I'll get back to you on that in
Monday night.
3 more games, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All right, Ronbo.
All right, fam. Talk to you later, Santana.
Talk to you later, man. Later, man. Yeah, good.
My dude. Hey, Jay.
What's up, Ronbo?
Jay, man, I'm trying to get people to stop not believing. Don't stop believing. See, Jay, this season ain't over yet, boy. People just quit. You know what I'm saying? You know what? I got a feeling Indy is going to be a statement game, and we're going to look at the 49ers and say, okay, see that? They've been BSing. They could have been doing this all the time. Look how they beat up on Indy. And the Ravens had to fight their ass off to beat them. We beat them like with no problem. See, I want to be able to sit back and say things like that.
Correct. But I'm going to say this, Rama. I ain't going to lose no faith in my team until we eliminated from the playoffs. I'm going to fight with my team. I'm going to be upset with my team. I'm going to be happy with my team. This is my team, so I'm going to fight to the very end. And I think we got it in us to make it. We got to understand that we got a real good defense, and I think if we have a better game plan, I think we could have won them games, like you said. There was 3 winnable games that we could have won. So if we just had a better game plan and then let the running backs run the ball, let Trey do his thing. If he want to go off script sometimes, let him. You know what I'm saying? Take the shackles off of him. Let him. You took the shackles off of him last week. So just take the shackles off of him. Let him do his thing. Call, plays that he can do. You know what I'm saying? And he can do very well. And mix it up. But I'm never gonna lose faith in my team. I'm
There you
gonna
go.
root for them. If they
They
0
just-
16 or they go 16 and 0,
You
I'm
just
gonna
gotta,
root for them.
just gotta smooth it out, execute. We're failing to execute on offense. Let's just start doing that. And when you do that, things will change. If you're gonna, throwing the ball all up in the stands and everything, and the receiver open and things like that, you're gonna lose. You know, you got to take advantage of those opportunities.
Yeah, exactly.
So they got to execute.
Exactly. And I want Cal to take his head out of his ass and literally just, get Brandon Ayuk on the field, let him get some touches. Because when we got Brandon Ayuk, Deebo Samuel, and George Kittle making plays, it's hard to beat him. You know what I'm saying? And we need them three along with our running game to execute so we can win games. Because our defense is doing their job. It's just our offense ain't caught up with the defense. So
teams. There's teams that start out like this every year. We don't need to hit. I'm just saying, don't hit the panic thing yet. There's teams that start off, and we're not the only ones starting off a little sluggish.
We just 2-3. We're 2-3, and we can win a couple of more games, and then we're above 500.
Yeah.
That's how I look at it. If we just take one game at a time, we can win these games. We showed that we can. We was in them games. We didn't get blown out. We could have won them games if we just called.
That's right.
If our players executed, we made better calls.
So, like I say, it's about execution more than anything else. Failure to execute.
Correct.
And I do say, Kyle, what are you guys working on in practice? You should have that stuff ironed out. I'm seeing fundamental problems that I saw in 2017 and 18. Kyle, no. You got to tell those guys, look, I need for you to show me that you got veteran skills. Put them out there. Come on.
You're right. You're absolutely right, Ronbo. And I think, I think their players are not getting coached. I don't know if our players getting coached up. I don't know. We don't
Some
know.
of it's a lack of focus.
My
guess. I'm trying to give an excuse because really I don't want to see it become meatheads because we've seen some things that we're not supposed to be seeing out of some of the guys we're seeing from. So Debo's looking Debo's looking like the only veteran out there 70% of the time. That makes no sense.
It's because he's been in the system for a while now, so he knows the system,
and he's applying himself. George has had moments this year. Jimmy's had moments this year. I think, when you look at the guys that have really been hardcore, you look at Debo, you look at, of course, Juice. Ross Dwelly's looking very good this year, and he came back with a man on a mission, my running game, Trey Sermon, he's not actually a running back for Kyle's system as I see right now. He could change. I hope he does. But you're going to run that zone stretch. It's dance down that line, cut off that tackle's butt, cut off for George Kittle's butt, one step, go. That's why Mostert was born for this offense, and that's why he did so well.
He was, and man, I really miss Mostert because when he was on the field, he made plays, and he made big plays. Not only just, he made, catching a 10-yard pass and turning it into 75 yards. Or
take it all the way to the house. Matty B.
Yeah, exactly.
I think we should go get Breda back. This is another offense made for him.
That's what I was saying. Ronbo, 2018, he was balling. He was balling 2018. And then when most of the thing
fumble. And Kyle said, you got to go. We got to go, fam.
Man, that's wrong.
I know.
Okay, Ronbo, you get it, brother.
Jay, I'll see you Monday night. All right?
Yes, sir. You have a good night, brother.
Thanks, fam. We got Eric code 415. Get in here, 415. Is this 415 my favorite 415? Hello? 415.
Oh, yeah, I'm here. Are you ready for me?
Okay, yeah. You know, somebody else lives in your neighborhood, 415. The dude be playing some tracks of the dude is just talking like he's on the most incredible herb that you've ever smoked or some kind of drug. I mean, I don't know what he does after. What is your name?
My name's Trill, Ronbo Trill.
Trail? Wait, did you say Trail? Treo?
Yeah, Trill.
Right.
Trail.
Oh, TRL. Trill! Haven't I seen your name on the chat? Trill, come on in, man.
Yeah. I've been there and I've been listening. I just want to say one quick thing, man.
All right. Go ahead.
I feel like as a Niner fan, man, I hope we make it. I hope we go all the way. But this year, Ronbo, I'm gonna be honest, I just don't see it. There's some real elite teams out there right now, and I'll be I'm not gonna say I'm scared of them, but I'll be putting our teams in against theirs. And I feel like these corners, if we had our corners together, I feel like we had a shot. But then them right there, that just scared me alone in the playoffs. And I don't want to get all the way there and have an upset season and then have to worry about developing Trey Lance. Feel me? I feel like if we put him in right now and if Shanahan just give him that same Garoppolo playbook and just roll with Trey Lance, a lot of people criticizing him on this first game. Well, really, he didn't do that bad. Okay, he did some rookie mistakes. I don't feel like Shanahan really had a game plan for him. I feel like if Shanahan just sit down like, all right, my job is on the line, so let me figure it out with this youngster and just roll with him. And if we say we do fail, we'd be like, all right, next year we see what we got to do. But even right now, Garoppolo, he's a bum. We all see that. Like every game, he's gonna turn it over for sure, at least one time. So why we even deal with that? We might as well roll with the youngster and take his pain instead of worry about Garoppolo and his pain. That's just my opinion. I know you, in your opinion, I know you say you don't want to start Trey Lance, but I just be like, man, I hope we go. I hope we go all the way, Ron. But I'd be like, man, we might as well just get him ready right now and just give him Garoppolo playbook. Ain't like Garoppolo some elite quarterback we talking about. He's a bum. He always gonna do some bumps up every game. Like we know that. So why not worry about Trey Lance mistakes and then instead of worrying about Garoppolo mistakes? And if we do fuck up, at least Shanahan could be like, all right, it was on Trey Lance. If he do some bumps up and start Garoppolo over him and we end up sucking, that's gonna be on him and we gonna look bad. So you might as well roll with the youngster. That's all I want to say.
Yeah, no, with Trey, people have to understand you don't want to subject him to too much. Baptism by fire works, but at the same time, you got to be careful with the psyche of a rookie, especially with the experience he's got. He didn't play that much college ball. So some of the mistakes he made, if you look at film breakdowns, those were freak-out mistakes. I thought Kyle ran. Everybody thought it was design plays Trey was running. Then I watched the breakdown the other day, and the guy was freeze framing. Okay, right there. The window opens.
It don't seem like Shanahan would have had it. That's why everybody's mad at Shanahan, because we know he can do better. It don't seem like he did nothing for Trey Lance for real.
Well, see,
he really seemed like he just let him go out there like, all right, do you? And we all expected Shanahan to dial it up for him. Like, man, make this easy for him. And we didn't see that. That's why everybody upset.
Yeah, I think he was
you had him out there looking crazy.
Well, Trey, you can only give him what he can handle. In this situation right now.
Yeah.
Trey's not ready to handle a few things in Kyle's system. He's going to have some work.
You a master. You got to give him some baby stuff. Ben Ronbo, the same stuff he was giving Nick Mullins and them. You just gave him some.
Well, actually, Mullins.
I hope that's not how he really is, even though he don't look that bad. But
Mullins doesn't play. But Mullins does know how to execute.
Like, you're supposed to be a master. Make it easy for him.
Well, yeah. He's not a magician, though. Not a magician. He's going to have a little time. I think he just needs a little time. It's early. Trey just got here. We got to be a little patient. If Shannon doesn't want to put him out there, there's probably a good reason behind it. I just throw him out there because then he gets beaten up, and pretty soon he loses confidence. And now you really got a problem because now he's going to be afraid to do any and everything but run. And then, of course, that's going to lead, as you know, the knee is hurt. And, it's not serious, but it could be next time. So you got to get him into a position where he's coming in with the right mindset. He knows what he's doing. He's timing. You can't wait till that window closes. Get rid of the ball. Don't run. Stand right there. Wait. Go. These are the things that the game is moving fast for him. He's a rookie. Just came out of North Dakota, right? These are things that are moving quick for him that need to slow down, and then he'll be ready to go.
Yeah, for sure. That's all I want to say, though. Thank you for answering.
All right, Trill. Yeah. Get back anytime, man. We're looking for you. All right.
For sure.
All right. Hey, Tony.
Hey, Ronbo.
Tony, man, it's like well, you know, we're 2-3, and you know how we do. People love to go into panic city as soon as possible, and you know, the panic's already underway. The fire, you know about the fire, Shanahan. Already that wave has come, and probably Shanahan's not going anywhere. Jed loves him. There's you can see what things are developing to cause the problems we're having. You can get any coach you want. If the guys are not executing, they're just not executing. There's nothing a coach is going to do other than do the same thing. All right, guys, here's what you do. Here's what you do. Here's how we're going to do it. All right, let's run it. They look great in practice, Tony. You know how it goes, Tony. You look great in practice. We're looking razor sharp. All right, let's go. Get to the game. Oh, my God. So, you know. What, Tony, are you still on board for the 49ers to get better this season?
Depends, Ronbo. I mean, you say that they look good in practice. That's because they're playing against each other. They're not playing against
they know each other,
team.
exactly. And confident.
I think the coaching, Carl, like I said to you the other day, I think he has to have a good look at himself in the mirror and say that, give himself something positive, like say that he's better than that. You know, the display that he displayed there in the last game was horrible. The defense is playing well, so he's got to consider for them not to give up. And I think if we dissect it a little bit, Ronbo, and I'm not sure whether you're going to agree with me or not, but, you know, I'm here for education as well. But you see in the games, Jimmy G usually stands there and gets smashed. While Trey Lance was holding on to the ball and running. And why was he holding on to the ball? Because there's no one open. So both quarterbacks, in different ways, Lance is trying to run with the ball to see if you find someone open, while Jimmy's standing there looking around and they can't get rid of the ball because there's no one open. So in 2019, I think the way I would see it is a regroup. You know, Carl needs to regroup, and there's more than one way to skin a cat. And even if you're having problems, my belief is this, right? At least try and release as many receivers out there running around as you can, so that the QB has got an opportunity to find one to throw the ball. Does that make sense?
No, I know what you're referring to, the concept here of failure due to receivers. And Tony, I've been crying about this for 3 years. It's like everybody spotlights a quarterback, and I say, you know, you've had Kendrick Bourne out there running the wrong route. You've got other receivers like Dante Pettis who wouldn't even finish a route for reasons still I do not know. And then there's a timing thing. In Kyle Shanahan's system, it's all about timing. And then if you're Jimmy, I think sometimes doesn't trust his receivers. You know, because if you throw into a window, sometimes he gets picked off. People don't know. But Jimmy threw into a window, and same with Nick Mullins, who knows the system very well. They throw into windows. Where's the receiver? He hemmed when he was supposed to or he's late. But the quarterback's got to get rid of the ball. It's throwing that receiver open. If he doesn't do his job, then fail. So Kyle's been trying to cry for running for wide receivers for 3 years. You remember that year he said, I'm waiting for one of these guys to step up. This is due to the fact that some of them are not doing very well, and we still don't have that kind of number one receiver. But Debo's getting there. I think he's just about there. Ayuk needs to catch up. And then you'll see a little different system out there. And that needs to happen for both quarterbacks.
I understand that. But what I'm saying is, say you've got two receivers that know Kyle Shanahan's playbook and that can enable the quarterback to throw to that window.
Mm-hmm.
What I'm saying is Kyle should you play two. Play another two. When the ball snaps, have 3 or 4 of them. At least have 2 running for their lives downfield, you know, to give the quarterback an extra option.
Tony, I've been wanting for that
That's
speed
what I'm
freak
saying.
for a lot. After we lost Marquise Goodwin, that was the last days of having a speed freak that could scare the bejesus out of that defense. They back up, and now you open up the field. See? And Brandon Ayuk, they made him gain weight. I think he lost a little speed. They've measured now. He's lost about a yard of separation from where he used to be. I think he used to be around 2 to 3 yards or something like that. He's lost an entire yard. So now, if you're a quarterback, if I throw this ball, I don't know if he's going to win that race or not. You know, I say it's really a scary thing. But they've got to make something work.
Well then, why did he get rid of Kendrick Bourne then?
Couldn't pay him or didn't want to pay him. They thought Jalen Hurd was going to be the guy. Hurd would have been awesome this year because of his size and strength, and he's got good speed. No Hurd, he's hurt.
Time will tell, and if they don't regroup and they lose the confidence of the defense, season's over. But Shanahan has the whole team is on his. As far as I'm concerned, the whole team is on his shoulders. Because I said to you that they'd lose against Seattle, they did. They lose against the Cardinals, they did. And if they lose, like you said just a minute ago, the next couple of games, I mean, I can't blame. Like, I know some people say, "Oh, John Lynch this, John Lynch that," but I can't blame John Lynch because I know that he doesn't have the power that he should have. All the power is with Shanahan. Shanahan picked Lynch. It wasn't the other way around.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So you've got to look at it from that standpoint too. But get as many receivers out there as you can so that our quarterback can at least have options. I know your system's complicated. Get two of them to run, downfield as fast as they can to try and get open. I mean, you've got Trey Lance who can run around and keep, extend the play. So what have you got to lose?
I agree. As I said,
nothing.
The Rams picked up a speedster in the draft. The Cardinals picked up a speedster, and that speed they picked up, he was the reason why we lost the damn game the other day. They didn't even. I mean, they used. AJ Green got one shot, I think, during the game, and also, of course, all D-Hop got involved. But Rondell was killing us at the beginning of the game. I said, we could have got him or somebody like him. We thought but we got to go. I tell you, because this is a subject you can get me going on for hours. The receiver situation's been rough. The only reason we did good in 2019 is we picked up Emmanuel Sanders. It's all of a sudden we look like an entire different team. I don't know. Anyway, Tony, I'll see you Monday.
No worries, man.
All right, man.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Tony.
Bye.
Goodbye. Yeah, Tony's right. The receiver situation, Debo's, and you notice also Debo's like damn near leading the league. Why? Because he's coming to his own. They told Ayuk to gain weight because they make him more durable, right? And then you slow him down. There's got to be a trainer involved to monitor the situation. As he gains weight, I still run him out there. All right, Brandon, let's go out and run this 40. I want to see where you are, if we're doing any damage, or you're still looking good. All right, ready? Click. Uh-oh. All right, Brandon, you know what? Let's cut back on the carbs for about a week, okay? Let's get you back down a little more lean. I want you to get bigger, but I want you to stay lean. You look like a fraction of what you were 3 months ago. Hey, 980, hello.
Is that me?
Yeah, that's you. Who is you? What is your name?
I am Splendiferous, man. Splendiferous. I'll be in the chat. I'm always here, man.
Let me, Splendiferous. All right. I love that name, fam. How'd you come up with
that? Well, a buddy of mine always saying it, saying that we're so splendid, it's different for us. So we just put it together like Splendiferous, That's the way I feel about my 49ers.
Well, good. That's because I'm going to ask you because, that's what we're talking about tonight, our 49ers. Have you given up and thrown in the white flag or white towel?
We're always talking about our 49ers, man. And I ain't throwing in no white flag no time soon. Never that. Right. I don't care how bad we are, how ugly we look, or whatever it is. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I got some key points right now. I want to talk about, first of all, the right side of our offensive line, man. they have seen McGlinchey out there, and he's looked, sketchy, And I say if he can't hold that edge to protect our QBs, why not move him to right guard? Because he's an excellent run blocker.
Yeah, that's true.
Move him to right guard. Brunskill played a little bit of tackle, before we lost school,
Ooh, I hadn't thought about that. And he was pretty good out there.
And oh yeah, man, he was good. But that's my thing. You got to look at the personnel. If we got to shuffle some guys around on the right side, because the right side is terrible. The left side is where we always getting the good runs on.
Yeah,
and I feel like when George Kittle is spending too much time this season helping Mike McGlinchey run block on that side.
Way too much.
So you don't think don't you think George Kittle can beat some of these linebackers that they got him going up against?
He can. That's all he used to do. George Kittle runs a route. Linebackers can't stay with George. I'm talking about a man who puts separation on him. As soon as he makes that break, they got to catch up. Ball's in George's hands. It's too late.
That's it. And it's a mismatch, you know? And then everybody else got to get out of position on the defense to account for George.
Mm-hmm.
But my thing also is, why is Shanahan not giving these other guys opportunities at the tight end position? Because George Kittle ain't the only one that can catch pass. We see Dwelly has came in. Every time he filled in for George, he scores 2 touchdowns.
I made a play
more,
every time. He's ready this year, Kyle.
Every time.
Run your 2 tight ends, man. You can do that. He used to like the 2 tight end sets. He doesn't like to do that anymore. Kyle leaves things that were successful before, and I guess he gets bored with certain kind of things, or he thinks the defense has figured it out, which in some cases is probably true.
And I think but I think he's overthinking it too. I think he's out coaching himself over there. Yeah. Also, you know what I'm saying? I think he's
giving defenses too much credit.
Himself.
I agree. They ain't always that good.
Exactly. No. They have to account for what they think he's gonna do. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And he's always we got my main thing about Trey Lance is that when he went to go see him. When they were working him out on his pro day, they had him doing a lot of rollouts. When Jimmy's in the game, we do the rollouts. Trey is very mobile. You play to his strengths when you start calling the rollouts. We do the live motions. We do all our motions, and then we roll the quarterback out the pocket so he can see the field real good.
You don't even see a lot of pre-snap movements anymore. We see Juice go in motion sometimes. We see another play. Debo goes into motion sometimes. But I used to see the offensive line shifting. That's when they were looking like pistons out there. Now when you run the misdirection, now when you run the draw or something similar to it, the defense is fold. They're back on their heels. They don't know what's going on. They've got to adjust. It's too late. The play is off. 49ers have gained 8 to 9 yards even on the ground. Pass play. Somebody's wide open again. I don't see that. And I'm starting to wonder, Splendiferous, are guys not getting it in practice? Why are you guys not succeeding in what used to work? And that will still work. Those plays are still confusing. They don't need updating. Do it. They won't do it. And the rollout you're talking about, been crying about that for 2 years. Yeah.
Most of the guys that normally go in motion, they move. Juice is always moving around back there, okay? Kittle moves around when he's in the game. They move Debo around, okay? All 3 of those pieces.
Always.
The defenses have been stacking the box because they're scared of that run.
And they need to
be. That's what they're stacking the boxes for. They're playing 7, 8 guys in the box, close. They're playing close to the line of scrimmage because they don't want to get beat on the run. Okay, my thing is, when you see a front like that, why are we not playing action in them?
Or just run the screen. You guys, that's a basic play, and Trey could have ran that. Just drop it over the top. We got Elijah Mitchell's fast enough. Even Juice can run that screen. It doesn't have. It can be Dwelly, anybody. Just drop it over. Don't make Trey have to think too much at this point. Just drop it over the line of scrimmage. Jimmy, same thing. I don't know, Splendiferous. I don't know what's going on in practice. I don't know what the thinking is. Mike McDaniel, is he advising against this? This is a better option. I don't know what's going on.
Right, and then Juice is always involved in the pass game. My thing about this is The defense knows Debo's going to get the ball. If they're throwing, Debo's going to get the ball. Okay? We used to run out of 3 wide receiver sets. We used to run the ball out of 3 wide receiver sets. We're not doing that anymore.
Yep. So therefore,
you know what I mean?
That fuels the defense. And why not? Put that bunch down there,
exactly.
Kyle. Yeah.
Exactly. So now, instead of us spreading the ball around, most of the plays that he's calling is going to Debo first. And if that's not there, then you check down. But what I'm saying is that we were running back. Breida was catching the ball out the backfield. Carlos Hyde was catching the ball out the backfield. I haven't seen Elijah Mitchell or Trey Sermon go out there like they're going to catch a pass. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So therefore, the defense they can do
right
that
now,
anyway.
Yeah, they're keying on Debo because they know that's our weapon. That's our number one weapon right now, and he's leading the league,
advantage,
right?
Though, to go the other way.
Yes,
when
it should.
Debo draws that defense, then go the other way. Oh,
exactly. And then if Kittle could, most of the games, Kittle's been going out for like 1 or 2 or 3 passes. But when Kittle's out there, they're double teaming him. You get what I'm saying? They're bringing the safety down.
Just about every play. Yep. This is why I
All
want
right.
the speed.
So basically, now, why are we not? If we know that they're double teaming George Kittle, why are we not running in somebody behind him?
It used to be.
Sherfield has proved that he has the speed to get down the field.
Yeah. This
you
is
see what I'm saying?
When George
so
had
now
his big year,
they're keying Debo.
Exactly.
Yeah. So they're keying Debo. They think everybody thinks Debo Samuel is going to get the ball when that ball is snapped because that's Jimmy's first throw all the time. When Jimmy's throwing the ball, Debo he doesn't care how tight the coverage is. Yeah. He always put it in a spot where Debo can get the ball. And all these guys are talking about Jimmy's a scrub. Jimmy knows ball placement.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
I do.
Because he throws through some tight windows, and sometimes he fools the camera. The camera on the field don't know that Debo got the ball or he got the ball through that tight window. You know what I mean?
Him and Kendrick used to freak me out with that because where'd the ball go? All of a sudden, Kendrick's getting up off the ground in a window that looked like it was about that wide, right? I said, how the hell? And Kendrick made that catch.
Yeah.
I am delighted. So, these are things that they got to get back to. I don't know. He's not gaining as much separation as he used to. Your quarterback's not going to trust you if he thinks he's going to get picked off. So, I don't know what they're going to do about this. Sherfield, man, we got to go, though. Split difference, man, it's awesome talking to you. Can you come back Monday night? And let's talk some more because we're out of time
Love the show. I'm always here, man. I'm always in the chat. You know what I'm saying? And tell them Raider haters, they got a lot of stuff to worry about right now. You know what I'm saying?
That's why I
feel
sorry
tell
for
them Seahawks. Tell them Seahawks. They on the list next. So don't even worry about that. No Russell Wilson. I hope they get Russell back when we play them, so they can't say, "Oh well, we didn't have Russell, so that's why y'all beat us."
Yes.
I don't want to hear none of that. I don't want to hear none of that. And one more thing, Ronbo. One more thing. How important was Griffith? The linebacker that they traded to the Broncos. Now that in preseason he was getting all kind of turnovers. When now Greenlaw is out. Why he could have been an excellent replacement.
I tell you, they're gonna have to stick out something because you can't just let good players go and not bring others back. But fam, it's been different.
That's what I'm saying.
Let me see you Monday, fam. You have a great night too.
49ers all day.
That's it. All right, fam.
All right.
Yeah, split difference. If you see him on the chat, team up with him. What Raider? I see. That's why I say to the Raider fans, I feel sorry for them. They're really in trouble. They don't even know it yet. Casey.
Yo, what's shaking, Ronbo? Hey, man, it's Detroit versus Tony tonight, right?
Don, it kills me about Don Burr. Every show
so
he's got to
good,
come
man.
in and make that announcement.
I think Tony's one of the sharpest
Detroit
people that calls in, man.
Just interrupts us. Casey, are you still believer, or are you pretty much? We got a few that have just decided it's over.
I mean, I think if they get into the playoffs, they could be dangerous, about who gets hot at the right time. But, I mean, if they if they can make the 7th seed, I think that's kind of their only hope. They just got such a tough division.
Yeah. So, but I do look for another losing streak by somebody. Obviously, the Hawks are in deep trouble. But I think the Cardinals look awfully good. Now they picked up Ertz. I hate to say it, it looks like they may be winning they're going to win the division. Casey, I was afraid of that team since last year, and look at this. Oh, my God. It's like waking up in a nightmare, and it's real.
Yeah, man, they're building a good team over there, that's for sure.
It's Ertz.
They got some good pieces over there.
D-Op.
Not sure about
Green.
the head coaching, but
he doesn't need to be good. That's the funny thing about
I'm not sure about our head coaching. Yeah. I just still can't believe Kyle went for it on that 4th there. With Trey and, the bye week ahead and Jimmy only out a few weeks. It's just,
it's okay to go 4th down,
at the end of the...
but don't do anything silly. Do something you know is going to work,
Well,
Kyle.
and then if you're going to go for it on the 4th down in the first quarter, you better go for it on the 4th down when you're down 10 and 4 minutes left to go and he kicks a field goal. What is he thinking, Ronbo? It's the complete opposite approach to what we know as winning football.
Kyle's admitted lately, though, of a couple of things he wish he would have done different. I'm happy with that because it used to be Kyle would do something like that and defend it.
I need to watch his press conference.
Every now and then he admits guilt. Not always, not often, but every now and then.
Well, I think that being playful is also a major way of being responsible. So I hope Kyle can just start to lighten up a bit and come back and he's got at least the first drive planned. I don't want to see no confusion. I want to see them look crisp and sharp and
Did you see Carlos Hyde? Is he playing for the Colts?
I have no idea.
I thought there's only one Hyde in the NFL. I thought I heard his name. I kept watching. So we got Carlos Hyde, who probably does not like the 49ers. And then you got DeForest Buckner. Defoe's not pissed off at the 49ers because he got paid more money. But you got two guys on both sides of the ball that could be playing their ass off. Kind of worries me.
I don't know. Let's see where this Carlos. Yeah, Carlos. Oh no, Carlos Hyde's. He's on the Jacksonville Jaguars right now.
Is he? So this is some guy. I guess I didn't get his name because Carlos is with Indy now. I heard somebody say Hyde, so I might have didn't hear it right.
No, Google says
he's with Jacksonville.
Playing on the Jaguars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's good. We got to play them too. Don't we have to play the Jags?
Be on the Texans.
Yeah, no. Carlos is making the rounds. He's become a journeyman now.
Yeah.
Poor
It's
guy.
kind of like how it is in the NFL for running backs nowadays.
Yeah, I know, right?
God. Yeah, there's no more Frank Gore's made anymore.
Yeah, he went everywhere. Oh, how about Todd Gurley? Not heard anything about him recently. He left Atlanta. I don't know where he is now.
Oh, okay. I was looking at Frank Gore's rookie season. The 49ers went 4-10 that year, Ronbo.
Thanks, fam. Yeah, go ahead.
So the 49ers went 4-10 in Frank Gore's rookie season. And, they swept the Rams that year.
See, that's the funny thing about the Rams. If we don't beat anybody else, we beat the Rams.
I got such a good kick out of that.
Well, his name is Hines.
They went 4-10, but...
Well, how about the worse than that, Casey? 2-14. That last year with Chip Kelly. The only two wins we had was against the Rams. How bad is that? That's hilarious.
Yeah. Chip Kelly could have coached that game with his eyes closed.
The Rams got to start developing a complex. We could win. We could go undefeated until we see the 49ers. All of a sudden, we got 14 or 13-1. Yeah, but it's going to be rough this year, though, unless we're ready.
Yeah. Unless you get that star jacket, Ronbo, you better get that ready.
I'm ready for that game. Yeah, anything I can do to give me luck on that game. I do not want to lose to the Rams because it's fun beating them.
You look good, you feel good, you play good.
That's it. Yeah, I love looking
I
at
don't
McVay's
think we've been
face.
playing pretty good lately, Ronbo. So.
Well, no, we look disjointed. Thanks, Ellis. We look disjointed on offense right now. We're doing a lot of weird things. We're missing plays, just flat out missing the play.
You just got to stick to the run game more, you know. How we run it.
Got to have that in the first place. That's everything predicates from that run game. So we'll get it.
Can't just be throwing haymakers and can't just be throwing jabs. You got to work it in.
Yeah, I know. You know. So let's see what happens. And they're looking at what they're doing wrong. So when you get on the practice field, can we iron those things out? I don't know how much time they spend practicing.
Here's a question for you, Ronbo. Are they ever going to make Kyle Juszczyk a defensive player?
No, why would they do that?
Didn't you say something like they were going to do, like in the offseason, that you were talking about switching Kyle over to safety or something?
You said Juszczyk, right?
Yeah.
No, I didn't hear anything about that. Oh, okay, maybe you misheard when we said he was going to be used more in the offense. According to Mike McDaniel, he said he was going to be utilized a little more than just a blocking, running.
Because I think you could throw him at safety or something out there.
No, he's too big. He gets smoked, and he's not got that kind of speed. Look, Juice needs to be more and more pass plays. You saw him in that game, in that pass play. He went downfield and leaped over this fool's head or over this guy's body and gained another couple of yards. Juice, they're not watching him 90% of the time. Throw the ball. Look for Juice.
He's something for linebacker, though.
Well, he's 240.
He
might
probably
be
something for linebacker.
Yeah.
Well, what was that one guy, that really short guy that retired? Chris?
On our team?
Yeah, he was pretty short. He was pretty good, too.
Oh, you're talking about Borland. Borland was my dude, man, number 50. In case you're going to run a team.
Yeah, he wasn't bad, man.
Oh, he was mean and nasty. It's like Willis caught him like a little bulldog. Yeah.
Hey, you know who was my guy growing up, Ronbo? Was Jeff Ulbrich, man.
Yeah, he's a guy. Tell you what, fam, we got to go, though, Case. Let me see him Monday night.
All right, Ronbo.
All right.
Thanks for entertaining me tonight, Ronbo. Have a good night, man.
It's always fun.
All right, Detroit versus Tony, man. Detroit versus Tony. Have a good night. My money's on Tony. All right, man.
All right. Hey, Frank. Frank. Come on in, Frank. Yeah, Chris Borland, boy. Chris Borland had a good sense to leave before he got killed. He saw it coming right on the wall, especially the way he plays. Dude was coming up with some serious tackles every week. Oh, Tony!
Ronbo, what's going on?
Tony, man, I tell you, I wish I knew this because NFL, you never know. You look at baseball and everything makes sense. Look at the NBA, everything makes sense. You look at football, boy, you got one game to play each and every week. The rest of these professional franchises, they may have a team in town for 3 day stretches and things like that. Boy, I tell you, man, that's why football's so unique. And Tony, who you got between the Cardinals and the Browns coming this weekend? It's going to be so much fun to just sit back and watch football this weekend and not be stressed out on what my team is doing. Who do you think is going to win that game?
I got the Cardinals because Baker Mayfield's going to make a mistake. I think they got him hyped better than he is. He shouldn't have been the first overall pick. I don't think he's all that.
This is why I say, every year this happens. The number one pick, Trevor Lawrence looks good. Let's see what he develops into. But Baker, Tony, you got to love those commercials.
Yeah,
Baker.
That's silly. Hey, Ronbo.
Yes.
Man, you're not going to believe this.
What's that?
I know you don't follow the collegiate game much.
No,
but,
I wish I did, though.
I'm watching Cal in Oregon. Mm-hmm. Man, Cal is getting Oregon all they can handle. It's 10-10 with 2.5 minutes to go in the third quarter.
Has Cal got a team this year? Who's a star?
The quarterback's pretty good. I can't think of this kid's name, but matter of fact, Cal is driving now. Oregon beat Ohio State. I can't believe what I'm watching.
Man, there's been some great
It's
players.
5-20.
There's been some great the program at Cal. I don't know why great players stop coming to Cal. Like, well, I guess I do know. If you're a great player, you want to go to Bama or to an SEC or something like that. But because what's his name that went over to the Steelers has been in the Bay Area. Why didn't Cal try to pick him? He's.
Yeah, and like you and I was talking about a month ago, Fresno State been kind of past Cal in the rankings out in California.
They've got some. Yeah, I don't know what's going on in Fresno, that they're picking up the better blue chip players. But you're right. But Cal and Stanford's still picking up pretty good players, though.
Yeah, they're having a down year, though. They are picking up some good players, but they're having a down. Yeah. But Ronbo, getting back to the professional ranks, I know you guys need some corners. The Aints, they just cut Desmond Trufant. He needs to retire. He's been cut by 3 teams in the last 2 years.
Yeah.
The former Falcon, #1 pick, and Brian Poole, who was on our Super Bowl team. The Aints cut him too. So don't pick either one of those guys.
Wow.
Yep.
Yeah, I always got to think about fresh cuts. When they got, you see, especially a veteran, why did they cut him? First thing I think about, now, why would you cut him? You look at Richard Sherman. Sherman came over to Tampa Bay. How many games he played? His second game, there goes his hamstring. And Tony, you know how hamstrings go. The hamstring's not going to heal up this year.
I know. Julio Jones missed the last 2 games, but he's going to be playing Monday night. I'm going to be watching. I'm going to see him play.
Wait a minute. Who are they playing?
Buffalo at Tennessee.
There's the game of the week. Tony, I'm looking at this Buffalo. I'm looking at Cardinals. Who's Buffalo playing this week?
Tennessee, at Tennessee Monday night.
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry. The Chiefs. Who are the Chiefs playing? Of course, they don't.
Kansas City. I'm not sure who they playing.
Nobody pays.
I can look it up real quick.
Because you can whoop Kansas City now. The league has caught up. I love to write up. The NFL has not caught up with Patrick Mahomes, but they have caught up with the Chiefs. I'm going to tell you right now.
But check this out, too, though.
Go ahead.
Kansas City is at Washington. They played those 4 first-round picks at Washington.
But you know what? Who you pick on that game? Because neither one of them are playing really good defense right now. And who has the best offensive firepower?
Kansas City.
Mm-hmm. Tony, if we were sitting in the office and getting ready to line up our game plan on defense, all I would talk about, look, guys, here's a formula. We're gonna do something about Tyreek Hill. Now, if we stop Hill, I feel like the rest of the defense can handle everybody else they got. We take Hill out of this game, I'm gonna take a page out of Bill Belichick's book. Take their best weapon away from them, make the rest of them beat us. We got this game. Let's go. And that's all I do, because they've got that. You put that. You don't go cover 3. You 2 them. Yeah, cover 2, and you got everybody out there. Tyreek Hill, he goes back. Somebody's waiting on him. He tries to play up front, play up a shallow. We're waiting on him. See that? Why didn't anybody think about that a long time? Why didn't the 49ers think about that during the Super Bowl?
Yep, just double Tyreek Hill and single cover everybody else. The only problem with that is Travis Kelce will eat you alive unless you put your strong safety on him and get some help from one of your outside linebackers.
I would now, just because you said that, hindsight, I'm going to put all-pro Fred Warner and J-Dub. I don't, Kwaski T, I trust him as well. Either one of them. All right, go ahead, y'all try to find Kelce. I got Tyreek over here. I got a regular formation over here. Now you got Hardman. Is it Hardman? He worries me.
Hardman, yep.
Yeah. After that, I ain't scared of the rest of them dudes. I put Mosley, anybody else on the rest of them clowns, man.
But I double Hill every play. It's like that's how they play Julio. They would double Julio. That's why Calvin Ridley had 12 touchdowns as a rookie, because Julio's getting double.
See, that's what you got to do. If you'll beat me, it's gonna be anybody but Julio, And even if Julio gets doubled, he's still gonna beat you. But at least it's not going to be as bad as it would be in single coverage. Forget about it. You ain't going to play man up.
Hey, Ronbo, Don Bird, he's out of the chat now, but he's still mad at me. I like to mix it up in the chat with everybody. But I say, hey, Don,
Yeah.
I even wrote his schedule down. I said, don't look good for you guys, Don. I said, y'all better beat Chicago at home in a few weeks because I don't see you guys winning. He got out of the chat.
He already made his announcement. Detroit against the world. You know what? Detroit's they're going to be in that top 5 picks this year.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, and what are they going to go for? Tony, if you had to say right now, you're in the war room with the early war room with the Detroit. What are you going for in the first round? Because you're going to have the top 3 or 4 picks.
That defensive tackle from Georgia, that big dude, I can't think of his name.
Is defense their problem?
Everything's their problem. They need receivers.
You hear that, Don? Rebuild.
Cornerback. They don't need a running back, though. They got DeAndre Swift out of Georgia 2 years ago, their first round pick.
Yeah, he ain't bad.
That's about the only thing they have.
That other running back they've got is not bad, too. They're both quick. But the life of running back nowadays is just rough. You know, can you imagine being a running back? We go play Tampa Bay. Oh, I guess I could just stay home then. Yep, true.
Yep. But you know what? Ronbo? Your team is on the bye, and my team is on the bye this week.
Oh, you guys both okay? So everybody can sit back and enjoy the games this week. All right, Tony.
Yeah.
I tell you what, I'm gonna take Sunday off watching the games, and Monday, Tony, looking for you. All right.
I'll be seeing you on Monday, but I'll be watching that game while I'm talking to you. Probably just there. Then I want to see Julio succeed. I really do.
Everybody's be watching that game. Oh God. I may have to start late on Monday. All right. All right, fam. Talk to you later.
Have a good weekend.
You too. Tony. Hey, Frank. Let's go back and check out Frank. Silence is scary, ain't it? Dead air. Is that it? Frank's not here? All right. So, are we done? So, go to the next person. Yes, indeed. We got to remain upbeat, 'cause we are nothing but freaks. We go beat indeed, 'cause they ain't got no plan to stop the man. I can tell you right now, fam, I think our record after the bye week is actually pretty good. So you know what? Fam, I'm going to go ahead and enjoy the game. You'll see me on Twitter talking major trash like I love to do all game long. And I'll see you Monday night, all right? Till then, man, don't hang your head, man. You're a 49er fan. You stay behind your team. Fam, thanks for coming tonight and the likes. I know. Bring on the rest of the